Something else you're going to want to get is at least 2 different colors of wire. It'll help you tell the difference between what is what when you're doing your negative 5 volts and your service menu mod. That way you don't accidentally mix up the wires. So you want to have at least 2 different colors. I'd recommend like 18 to 22 gauge wire. I think would be sufficient for this job. You don't really need anything huge. Something else, of course, your soldering iron with your stand. This isn't the best soldering iron. There is better ones out there. A switchable one is best, I think. Get a good soldering station. It really helps a lot. This one, the tip's not the best. It's pretty beat up and everything. But you definitely want to take good care of the tip, because that's vital to what type of soldering job or how your solder job turns out. Something else that'll come in handy is a multimeter. I got this from Harbor Freight for like next to nothing. It doesn't have a continuity tester. It's really good to get one that has a continuity tester. That way you can check some things later on after you're done doing your wire harness mods and everything. You can actually check them with the multimeter before even hooking them up to the game and see if you got any issues, which you'll see how to do later on in one of the other videos. But I think that's pretty much it. If you do have to make your own interconnect cable for your MK1 or MK2 soundboard to PCB interconnect cable, if you weren't lucky enough to get one or find one, you can make your own. All you need is a bunch of wire. Again, 18-22 gauge, anywhere in between there you should be good. Get several different colors though. That'll help you tell the difference, you know, so you don't mix the wires up on that. Get some zip ties. These will help keep your wiring neater and last longer. Also, on Mortal Kombat 1, it's the only PCB that you have to watch out for this. There's what's called a sound pot or potentiometer, I think it's called. Sorry if I'm butchering the saying of that. You need a 50,000 ohm sound pot. Without this, you will have no sound for your MK1 PCB. You can get them at Radio Shack. They're like $3 or whatever. So you're gonna need one of those if you don't have it. Let's see, a solder sucker or a solder wick. This is a solder sucker. I took the end off so it'll fit in here. I prefer the solder wick. It seems to, I can't speak from experience, but after seeing several videos of people using it, seems to be a lot easier to use than the sucker itself. But that's better than nothing, I guess. If you are doing wiring up your own interconnect cables between the soundboard and the PCB, you may want to hook some kind of connections like these bullet connections, male and female terminals, or like the flat spade ones or whatever. That way they're not, because once you solder it to the board, they're there, and if you want to move them around, you know, it gives you more flexibility because you're able to unplug wires and move the soundboard up here and move the PCB down on the bottom or whatever you want to do. It just makes it easier to have the option to unhook them from each other later on. So I do recommend that you put a set of these on if you're wiring up your own. Also, you're going to want to have heat shrink wrap, electrical tape, a set of nippy cutters, a set of wire strippers. I think that's pretty much it that I can think of off the top of my head right now. If I think of anything else later, I'll add it on. But just to get you started, that should be a good basic list for you. Things to stock up on when you're going to be looking to doing your own conversion. So, thanks for watching.